It has been approximately 90 hours since Operation Epic Fury kicked off. It is now March 3rd at 1800 Eastern Standard Time. Behind me is a fact sheet produced by CENTCOM, and the most important piece of this document is the 1,700 targets that have been struck. And on the right side, you'll see the U.S. assets that were employed, everything from fighter jets to ground-based capabilities to even capabilities they're not allowed to mention. And even though it's been a little over 3 days, Iran's plan apparently is to expand the war, increase the cost, and outlast Trump, even though Trump has said this will take at least 4 weeks. Although nobody should actually put a timetable on military conflict. The first part of Iran's strategy has backfired and is also extremely telling because basically they are in their death throes, so they are lashing out at everyone who is hosting U.S. bases, whether they stated that they had no part in this attack or this operation or not. So the expectation was that these host nations would turn on the U.S., but to the contrary, they are actually turning on Iran. Of course, the second part of that plan is to increase the cost, and so everybody immediately goes to the Strait of Hormuz, and it has been effectively shut down or slowed to a trickle, but this is simply temporary. And for those getting fear-mongered that it could go up to $180 a barrel or some ridiculous number like that, this is what it is currently doing right now in the last 24 hours, and this is roughly about where it was last April, last May. Trump has ordered to stabilize the Strait of Hormuz situation by offering risk insurance to oil tankers and to also offer U.S. naval escort assistance as they begin to secure the area surrounding the Strait of Hormuz. And the reason why Trump feels that he can guarantee this is because not only have we completely destroyed their Air Force, completely destroyed their Navy, completely destroyed any of their ground weapons equipment, but we are continuing to roll back their launchers of all their ballistic missiles. So every time they use their launchers, we're just going to seek out, find them, and destroy them. And so we are just rolling back their capabilities day by day. But again, this hasn't stopped Iran from trying to expand the war, which is why Trump has ordered U.S. embassies to be closed in the countries that Iran can still strike. On top of that, it looks like Hezbollah has decided to come out and try and assist their daddy, Iran, because Israel has decided to send troops into Lebanon to attack Hezbollah, which is really just a proxy of Iran. And alluding to a statement that Trump said the other day, Iran hasn't even seen what we are about to unleash on them. This is me paraphrasing, but the Secretary of State has backed that up to say that the U.S. is going to unleash on Iran a new wave in a few hours. A partial quote here: "You're going to really begin to perceive a change in scope and in intensity of these attacks, as frankly, the two most powerful air forces in the world take apart this terrorist regime." I'd also like to add that both of them have said that we are ahead of schedule, and the Secretary of State has also reiterated that this was not Israel dragging the U.S. into war, that they were a part of the joint mission, and that Trump made the decision to actually go to war, and that we had some decision-making criteria that would announce the time that we would actually start, and these were event-based criteria. And so we provided the intel about the meeting of the Ayatollah and his top staff, and Israel made the call and took the strike, and that was what it means to be event-driven. You already have initial reports of Iran claiming that they have shot down an F-15, and while if this is true, that would be truly sad, there is absolutely zero evidence to support this. It's very similar to the school that they said the U.S. struck next to an IRGC base, when in reality, it was an IRGC missile that malfunctioned and fell on the school. Apparently, earlier today, there was two ballistic missiles that targeted the Al Udeid Air Base in Qatar. One was destroyed, the other got through, but there was no lives lost. And no casualties were reported on that strike. And while I don't have a news article discussing this, you also are getting the mainstream media stating that we are running low on munitions. This seems to be a tired talking point that they drag out every time we're in conflict. They reported on this a lot during the War on Terror. They also reported on this during our initial assistance to Ukraine. And all of this is basically misinformation. You are not going to know what our actual levels are. That is classified. And even when generals get in front of Congress, they are reporting unclassified numbers and concerns that are based on optimal capabilities to fight two major wars off of each coast, and that's what their baseline is. So we're nowhere near a concern of reduced munitions of any kind. On top of that, Trump has announced that defense companies are under emergency orders to build more weaponry. So again, these are just more fear mongering from the mainstream media. And so, guys, this has been your Epic Fury update. If you like my content, please engage with it, share it, like it, comment, repost, and go find your favorite creators and do the same. TikTok's algorithm is acting really funny today, and nobody is really getting any of their content pushed out to the people that want to see it. Anyways, thank you, and I hope you've had a good day.